Hey, Dwight Grant here with Forward One Business Coaching. I help leaders navigate change. Now, as a business leader, you know what? We're all on a journey. And the question is, where are we at on that journey? And more importantly, where do we want to go? Where do we want to end up? Okay. So when I first started out, I was actually working in a warehouse trying to get a degree in outdoor recreation, of all things. And, I had dreams, but they seemed pretty insurmountable at the time. But I ended up with a boss who became an incredible mentor and a coach. And because of his encouragement, he said, you need to pursue business. And I thought about it and decided, sure, why not? I went back, I got my MBA, and really never looked back. It's been an incredible journey, and I have far exceeded anything that I could have dreamt up as a college kid just starting out. So I want to share a story that happened to me after I moved here to Colorado back in '91. I, still had the outdoor, passion. And when I got here, I saw the rivers here in Colorado and how many there were. And I thought, I've got to get my family out on these rivers. And so I scrounged up a bunch of gear and on Memorial Day weekend said, honey, I'm going to go test things out. Okay. And then once I know it works, then I want to get the family out. We're going to have so much fun. And she said, well, don't you think you should, maybe you should have your friend who's like isn't he like a 10-year veteran? Maybe he could show you the ropes. And I said, look, I read a book. I've got the gear. Let's just do it. I want to just try it. Okay. She's like, okay. So the next day, it's a terrible morning. It's so cold. And it's one of those rare days when it's chilly and foggy and drizzly, and the water level was probably 4 or 5 times as high. Very dangerous level, by the way, and not at all the way you'd want to try a first time out on the river. But I was like, no, do it, let's go. And so I set out, and sure enough, I'm about 2 minutes in, and I hear the roar of the first rapid. And guess what? This is not a huge rapid. Normally, this is a little tiny, easy class two. I end up hitting the first rock I go over. I flip in the hole, and everything's just flying. My gear is going everywhere. And I'm like, oh my goodness, what am I doing? I get to shore somehow, and I climb up. And here's the thing: my family had gone downstream, pulled out, and they were actually up top watching all this happen. And so, well, they're freaking out. They're like, "Oh no, Dad!" So I finally get up to them. I'm exhausted. I've only been on the river less than 5 minutes, and I'm just completely spent. I tell my wife, okay, next week I'm going to go out. I'm getting my friend to show me what the heck's going on this river. And so we spent the rest of the day collecting gear, trying to find it all. And then the next week, I went out with my friend, and I learned so much in one day with a guy who knew what he was doing. And it's like, oh, that's what the book meant. In any case, eventually, from those humble beginnings, I did eventually become very proficient. And in fact, in 2002, I ended up starting a whitewater rafting business with my family. And so that was a fun adventure. We ran that for about 10 years together. So wait a second. What does this have to do with business? I know that's what you're thinking. And so two things. First, too many business leaders are out there trying to do things on their own. And I can just tell you, if you're the CEO, you're the president, the founder, you're trying to run your small business, it can be very lonely at the top. Okay. And you do not have to do it on your own. The second thing is that I have helped leaders create strategy, develop teams, and implement the desired results my entire career. It's what I do, and I would be honored to potentially work with you. And so, if you'd like to chat, I would be very interested in hearing your story and finding out more about where you are in your journey. And so you can do that. You can schedule that through, I believe, there on LinkedIn, or you can go to my website, forward1.net, and just click on the schedule a meeting, and you should be able to go right into my calendar. And that would be a great way for us to connect. So many blessings to you. I hope that your journey takes you where you want to be. Bye.